Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. This is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Let's begin. Please like and subscribe if you find that this reading resonates for you. Happy to be here for you and I sure hope you're doing well. Let's start off with the Oracle. See what it is that we need to talk about today for Pisces. Archangel Michael, thank you. The Gardener, number 27, which is 9. That's like putting an end to something. Harvesting, right? Gardener. Let's see what a rune wants to say for you today, for your message. We have Hagalas. Okay, Hagalas is all about, look at that, it's a 9. Hagalas is all about destruction, breaking up something that needs to be broken up, like a certain belief system, seeing things change, a change needs to come about. Let's find it here. It's hail and thunderstorm, time of change, loss of the usual way of life, unexpected events and circumstances. So things are kind of like the Tower. Things are kind of having and needing some change. Death and transformation, for that matter. The Gardener. Okay. So our mind is the garden. Okay, just to be clear, our mind is the garden. How are we tending our minds? What are we growing in our minds? Are we growing weeds? Are we growing fruit? Are we growing just whatever it is that we need? And how well is it growing? We've got the Moon as a major arcana card, and so things are not as they seem, not clear to you. Why? We got 2 cards. We have the World, 21, and we have the, the Ace of Swords? King of Swords. It's the King of Swords. Yeah, wow, the World and King of Swords. Okay. The World and King of Swords with the Moon. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What kind of truth, intuition, wisdom that is bringing about changes for you with the end of a chapter with the 21, end of a chapter, a brand new beginning, that is not been revealed to you. It's hidden from you. Something's been hidden from you. Some kind of wisdom, truth, information that you need to know or have. Some kind of wisdom, some kind of King of Swords. Maybe it's a strategy. There's not, like, a way to go forward is not been revealed to you yet. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. For Pisces, Archangel Michael, what about the Gardener? Gardener and Hagalas. Things are changing. The old way of doing things has got to be revamped. Alright. Oh, just had a spider on me. Freaky. Must have brought it in from outside. Okay, the Star card. A wish being fulfilled. Yes. Let's see. Page of Earth, Page of Coins. Some kind of offer, something new. Page of Earth, could be a friend. Justice, okay. Queen of Fire with the Queen of Wands. Judgment. The Empress. Knight of Swords. I guess we'll have to put it up further yet. Big cards. Five of Wands, conflict. And the Ace of Water, Ace of Cups. Okay, Elder of Fire, which is the King of Wands. The Fool. And the Four of Wands. There's the Tower. Wow. Okay. So the Gardener. Let's just read what it says in the books. Maybe there's more information that will be helpful. It's non-judgment, acceptance and self-compassion. We've got the Judgment card here. It's non-judgment, acceptance and self-compassion, which is like the Ace of Cups energy, self-compassion. Standing proud in a lush green garden, a woman holds a growing bulb in her arms. Two small houses spring from the plant. Very interesting. Two small houses spring from the plant. And her skirt is transformed into a house. Okay. She is the gardener of her soul, the caretaker of her home. Her feelings are the flowers of her garden. By taking care of herself, she keeps growing stronger. But sometimes uninvited guests invade the garden. Intruders like jealousy or shame. If we recognize these as neither good nor bad, but something to be investigated and accepted, we can treat ourselves with compassion and keep blooming. So it's, in other words, don't get hung up on the invaders and what they're doing or what they're not doing. It's about just, saying that's cool, whatever. Get on with it and be gone, Do what you need to do. I'm in full acceptance because I'm not going to get my poop in a knot, right? I'm not going to get my poop in the knot because that takes me out of my peace. That might make me feel conflicted, confused, and angry, not to mention other things. So there is a strategy. I'm feeling more like there's a strategy that you're not seeing to move forward in a situation that you're dealing with that's going to put an end to an old way, an old relationship, an old way of taking care of yourself, an old, just old problem that's been around for a while. There is your wishes being granted. The divine is already granted. It's just a matter of you getting into the mindset and the feeling good for you to be able to find that track. Instead of going this way towards something that isn't feeling good to you and it's not a wish fulfillment, you want to get your mind on a new track. You want to bring your mind just slightly over, start thinking differently a little bit about your situation, tweaking it so that you start going on that track that actually leads to your wish fulfillment. It's about the way you're thinking. And as you're thinking, having a change in thought, your feelings change as a result simultaneously. So you start thinking differently about the situation you're involved in that you're tending to. Then, like the invaders, right, of your garden, you start seeing it a little bit differently, that it's okay for them to come and invade your garden. You don't have to get yourself out of equilibrium, out of balance, out of peace and calm. You don't have to be unhappy. You can continue taking care of yourself, self-compassion, loving yourself, with or without, whether the invader is coming or hasn't come. You can continue to be taking care of yourself. It's when we allow the outside world, the invader, to actually have an effect on us emotionally, that's when we find we sort of we step out of self-compassion. Instead, we're so focused on defending ourselves. And that's not being compassionate, that's acknowledging that there's a problem and that we are afraid of it. There's an acknowledgement that there's a problem that we're going to make, you make it real by acknowledging that a problem is so. If you don't acknowledge something as being a problem, the chances of it actually dissolving and going away are much higher than when we actually focus on it as being a problem. So when we start thinking about what we would otherwise see as a problem differently, as an opportunity to grow and remain loving ourselves, right here. Remain in that energy of loving ourselves, tending to our own garden. You know, what's in our backyard, right? Tending to our own backyard and not looking in other people's backyard, because that's not where our business lies. So we change the way we are looking at a problem, what might be a problem to you, seeing it as an opportunity. Instead, you start feeling differently. You internally start feeling better about yourself. You feel better about yourself because you don't have these hang-ups. When you have a hang-up, you have a judgment about something. You start thinking and feeling that this person is being disrespectful to me. They're invading my garden, and that's disrespectful. They're disrespecting me. It shouldn't matter to us if someone disrespects us or not. I know it's very difficult to actually say, yeah, I see that. No, well, it's true. What's most important is for us to respect ourselves, because then it doesn't matter who respects us. It doesn't, whether they respect us or not. We are sitting in so much self-respect, so much self-confidence, so much self-compassion, self-love, that the world cannot dent us. It can throw rocks and stones and anything else, and it just won't make a dent on us, because we're just in that energy of like, ooh, it's life, ooh, this is my world, and I'm making it the best way I know how, kind of thing, and I'm happy about it, truly happy about it, happy feeling okay about things, happy feeling about sitting in the energy of acceptance. So this is that wish fulfillment, is to be able to be in that energy of, look at me, tulips all around. There's a lilac. What is that? A lily? A lily or a lilac? I don't know. It's a lily, I think. And whatever, magnolias above her, the star behind her. I mean, she's walking in the garden of peace and calm, and I love myself. I'm the star I'm looking for. Then friends come. Friends show up that become the people that are going to bring more to your garden. Look at, they show up with an apple to your garden. They show up with an offer of, I want to be your friend. This is an offer. I'm on your side. I want to add to your garden. I do not want to take away by being a pest, and make your garden rotten and dying. I want to bring you justice and faith that all things are, with me, you can feel like you're in a balanced energy. You can continue to live in the energy of self-compassion, that balanced energy, because you are going to be attracting people who are not trying to spoil your spoils. Queen of Wands, that's you sitting powerfully on your throne, evolved in the energy of, I'm okay, I'm good, I have everything I need to be able to keep my garden growing and tending to my own house. And as a result, I'm blooming other houses, other good things. I'm blooming more houses that I will be able to reside in, be able to tend to. It's all good stuff. Because when you think of a house as representing yourself, a part of you, then you've got more houses that you're growing as a result of the house that you've been tending to. You're growing more houses that represent even more good things about you. Judgment, making the final decision, but just it's you hearing the call that it's time for you to open up to realizing what it is that you need to know as the King of Swords, so that your strategy to move forward can be revealed to you. Your truth is that it's time for a part of your life to end, Pisces, so that you can really truly grow and blossom in your life. As the Empress, right? Here's the Empress energy. That's you again. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands evolving into an empress and all-nurturing mother who, you know, tends to the garden of life by tending to her own garden, because she's impregnated with more growth, more newness, new beginnings and growth. With the Knight of Swords, you've got, look at this, she's received the wisdom and the message of the, what is it? Is it a hawk? I think it's a hawk. Yeah, and so she's, this one has flown in quickly, and she's now receiving what it is that she needs to know. Okay, so that her desire to move forward to wish fulfillment, this could be whatever your wish is. This is what you're being guided to let yourself sit in the energy of equilibrium, of balance. Continue to just pay attention to your own backyard, right? Pay attention to your own backyard and house. Make sure all your ducks are lined up in a row and you're happy about it. And then that way you're going to be open to welcoming in the information you need from wherever it is that it needs to come from for you to put aside, you know, to douse out, to, you know, with fire, right? Put the water on the flames with the 5 of Wands, with chaos and conflict, to be able to ward off conflict, like the invaders, to ward them off, to let them be in the garden. So if you don't, if you could think about it this way, if you were really having a garden and you had some pests come in, and like rabbits that want to eat your lettuce, or bugs, you know, that kind of thing, you let them come in and do what they need to do without your feedback, your kickback. They're going to come in and take what they need to take, and then they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone, and you're going to work with whatever it is that you got left over. Now, if it's a person, if it's a situation, because I mean, there's not much you can do about pests unless you put out pesticides, poisons, and stuff like that, or put nets over your stuff. And you could do that too, because I'd be tending to your garden to try and protect it from insects and animals that want to eat your garden. If it's a person or people coming in and into your inner world and saying, I'm going to pick a fight with you. Okay, I'm going to argue with you about this. I'm going to argue with you about that. I'm going to try and get you off your level of feeling like you're balanced. You know, they're going to try and throw you off balance with whatever they're bringing into your house, into your garden, into the way you think and feel about stuff. They're going to tell you, you're not right about the way you think, you're not right about the way you feel, this is the way you need to be feeling, this is the way you need to be thinking, this is what you should be doing. They're going to try and do that. Now, if we get our back up and we start defending ourselves by being offensive, possibly, by saying, you don't have any right, this and that, how dare you come in, blah, 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 you're this, you're that, and that sort of stuff. It's just more fuel to the fire, and they ain't going anywhere anytime soon, because they've got to win, because you've got to win. You know, if you're in that kind of energy, if you got to win, they've got to win. So it's just a constant battle, butting heads, that sort of thing. This whole idea of loving yourself goes by the wayside. It's like you're not in that energy of feeling self-compassion, self-confidence, and just being at peace and calm and satisfied in your own skin and your own way of thinking and feeling about things. If you allow yourself to be the thinker and the feeler that is more open and accepting of other people's problems, right? Other people's attitudes and opinions that are, it's like fingernails going down a blackboard to you. Could be. But if you don't allow that nails going down the blackboard sound to bother you, that you might just remove yourself from being around these people without saying a word, or you just go into a Zen energy if you have to be around them, and you just focus your mind on thinking about something else and not allowing them to chip away at your peace. That you are actually going to be, that the Elder of Fire, you're going to be, in a very good balanced energy with the Queen of Fire and the Elder of Fire, which is the King of Fire. This is you in balanced energy. You are meeting your own match. You've got all sorts of power and energy to take on whatever it is that your conscious mind wants you to battle. You're going to be able to take it on, like your conscious mind is saying, I need to do something about these people. They think they're right, and I'm right. They think they're right, but I'm right. And how dare they come in and tell me that I'm wrong? You're going to be in this balanced energy of saying it's okay if they think that way, because you know what? In the end, what does it really matter what they think? It's only if it's only that when we to ourselves feel it like it matters what they think about you, think about your ideas and opinions and attitudes and stuff like that, what you should and shouldn't be doing. When we give that power to them, then that becomes a problem to you, and then you can't move on. You can't put an end to a way that has been very destructive to you with the people in your life, that you've been working on trying to put that into a nice organized space of it just doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter anymore to me. I need to just focus on myself. I need to do whatever I need to do and think the way I need to think for myself. To heck with everybody else. I am going to balance my energies. I'm going to, take a leap of faith and move forward in the energy of, celebrating life with others, irregardless if they share the same beliefs as I do. Right, Pisces? You might have some spiritual beliefs that you hold to be true and dear, and there might be other naysayers around you that just want to tell you that you're ridiculous or you're silly or that you're wrong, that kind of stuff, and you might just want to try, might get that niggling feeling inside, I need to tell them that they're wrong, or that, defend your belief system to someone, and that's where you're struggling with, not necessarily, the struggling may not be the right word for you, but you are trying to find a balanced way that is just for everybody. And really what it boils down to is, what does it matter what they think? Unless they are you, it doesn't matter what they think. Even if you live with this person, let's say you live with this person, you're married to them or in a commitment with them of some kind, it's still, even though you're like sharing the same bed, that kind of closeness, right? It just, in the end, it doesn't matter what they think. You cannot separate yourself from yourself, but you can separate yourself from somebody else. And I'm not saying that you have to divorce to separate. I'm talking about, you could just, say, you've got your opinions, I've got mine, you got your beliefs, I've got mine, and why don't you just, let me, I'm just going to go out on the porch and have a cup of coffee, just give me a few minutes alone. I want to regain my self-compassionate composure, and just tell them that it's like you need to have a timeout right now. Really, it's just that what it boils down to is, I've got to have a timeout, because whatever you're trying to do to bring, what did I say about the gardening? Trying to bring rot, into what it is I'm growing in my garden, trying to infest my garden with sickness and illness because of what you believe in that I don't believe in. I need to have a time out from you right now, because I love myself. I love myself enough to say it's time for me to pull back my energy from giving it away to someone else who believes they're right and I'm wrong, I need to pull my energy back and go into a safe place, wherever that might be, even if it's inside the shower cubicle that you have in your bathroom, to just go, count to 10 and take some deep breaths, whatever, or just to find some kind of equilibrium. If you got to do yoga, you got to meditate, just go on your back porch and have a cup of coffee or a nice hot peppermint tea or something, and it'll help recenter your energies. And you're also giving that person, this person that you're living with, right, that person the heads up that, right now you're not taking my peace away. Right now you're not taking my peace away. I own it, and I love it. I love feeling peaceful and calm. I am just going to make sure that I put some space between you and me right now, and please honor that. Please honor that. Now, if they don't want to honor that, then you get in your car and you go for a walk in the neighborhood. Nice long one, down the road. Go, if you've got a cafe nearby, go for a coffee there, kind of thing. Because it's so important for you to remain stable in your own balanced energy. The king and queen, who are ready to battle, in the sense that you're going to make sure you're fighting for you're fighting for your wellness, for your well-being, emotionally, mentally, physically, even maybe. But you're ready to be in a balanced battle for what it is that you have a right to, and you have a right to be at peace and to be happy and to be calm. And no one should be able to come in and, shake you up in any way with their poop, right? With their poop. You need to just take care of you. That's what the message of this reading is. Take care of you. All right? Take care of yourself and be good. Bye for now.